Alright guys, Doctor here again, and I've had the idea of just implementing a quick clip like that before in the beginning of the game. Just showcasing something ridiculous, funny, or even maybe something epic if I get like a crazy, I don't know, multi-kill or something like that. Something enjoyable to watch, you know. Just, I don't know, maybe like that. I just thought it was a cool idea to implement such a thing. I see other YouTubers doing that, you know, just some random music and something. I was gonna choose another song, but if you like that idea, just tell me. If you don't like it, you might want to tell me too. Yeah. So that's it for that stuff. I mean, just quickly one thing about the frag rounds. I mean, you've seen that clip, and I don't know. I really don't know what DICE was thinking. I mean, I thought in Battlefield you would need skill to win, or to win gunfights overall, but that clip, I mean, honestly, I hip fired that guy on 50 meters. Oh my ass, man. I mean, I know they're gonna fix the frag rounds on auto shotguns, but I have to say it is pretty ridiculous. I mean, it is literally sad what happened there. I mean, I don't think I should deserve that kill. I don't think I should deserve that kill. Anyway, might just be my opinion. And the gameplay I'm gonna bring you today is some Conquest, something different from the whole rush thingy I do. I still prefer rush, but you know, Conquest is also a great game type. Can't say that it's bad or something. I just enjoyed it a little bit more in Bad Company 2 days. However, in Battlefield I prefer rush. I don't know, it might be just me, but in rush you get the most intense round, and you see here this is a really boring round in the end. I mean, it's not really boring, but in my point of view it's at least kind of interesting, but just for a lot of our teammates most likely it's just gonna be pure boredom. They just gotta wait and there's nothing to do for them, and I think this happens to me more regularly on Conquest, and that's how I usually play rush, because as soon as I play Conquest with a few friends, we usually just completely dominate the enemy, and we get all the bases within a few minutes and it's over, you know. And I don't like that too much. I like to have a team that is actually trying to fight me, you know, that actually shows us some resistance. I mean, I'd rather have I'd rather go negative and have a really good round than just completely rushing the enemy and finishing a round of rush in a few minutes, or a round of Conquest like this, you know, we just capture all the bases within the first 2 minutes of the game. I don't think that's fun. And yeah, all this is gonna change. And I've also witnessed a lot of quitting in the last days. I've been playing a lot of rush with Warhaven. You see also he's here in the squad with me, as well as Blake, that guy called Caught as a Fish. I love that name. Just nearly as much as I love spiritual camping, but that's another story. Anyway, so what was I talk about? Yeah, exactly. A lot of people have been quitting in the last days when I've been playing rush, and especially the last run I had yesterday was really sad. I was playing with Warhaven, and we were defending on Tehran Highway, and there was around 5 guys left in the enemy team. Their whole team left, and me and Warhaven were sitting in a chopper. What chopper? There's no chopper in Tehran. Doctor, what are you talking about? Sorry for all my mistakes. Me and Warhaven were sitting in the tank and defending our base, and the last 30 tickets we were just standing at the very front of the combat zone, just trying to kill some snipers in their base, because all they were doing is just sitting back. They weren't even trying to attack anymore, and it is really sad. It is really sad to have such a round, and I usually would quit these rounds, but I'm a lot on the forums, and people have been moaning about my high quit rate, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna quit anymore unless the game is over, and I don't see the point. I mean, I would rather quit such a game than keep on playing, because what is interesting about playing against 5 guys that are only sitting in their spawn and trying to snipe you? I don't see the point. I mean, I don't see the point. It might just be me, but I don't enjoy it particularly, and I hope a lot of more people are gonna think like this. You just stay in the round till the end, and then you can leave. Because usually before I spawn in, I check if there's enough people in the server, and if it's unbalanced, I just leave and find another one, because it happens to me so much that the server just breaks and you can't play it anymore. You just can't play that server anymore, and it's kind of sad. Anyway, one more thing I quickly want to talk about is the tank setup I'm using, and I'm using the guided shell here, which is a new thing I've discovered. I didn't like it that much so far, but playing bigger maps like this one, I realized that guided shell can actually help me a lot more than canister ammo, or the canister shell, whatever it's called in English, I don't really know. And on maps like Caspian or Firestorm, I think it's a pretty good choice using a canister shell. But that might just be me. I mean, I'm just saying, you might want to try it out, and especially if you have somebody with the CTV station, you can rape. And I made up a new tank setup that you can use with a friend if you want to just completely dominate the enemy, and that is have one guy with the setup I use here, reactive armor, guided shell, and any optics you like, or probably infrared smoke, but I don't like the infrared smoke too much. And with the setup I use, I can completely dominate tank, especially if my gunner has the CTV station. He can just hop in there and let me lock on to any vehicle that I see, even to jeeps that are behind the hills, as long as he's locked onto them, you know. And especially against choppers, this is useful. So, and that with that combination, you're already really powerful against other tanks, light vehicles, and helicopters. Now, if my gunner uses a proximity scanner, canister shell, or the heavy MG, or anything like that, he will also be able to take out people at close range. So if we move into an area with a lot of infantry fighting, we can just switch seats, and he will be able to take out infantry a lot more effective. And that is a brilliant showcase of teamwork in my opinion, because like that you can just basically rape every type of enemy you can have, be it helicopters or other tanks or infantry. You just want to have both of those, both of your gunner and you want to play engineer, and one of them should use anything that is against infantry and the other one should use something that is against tanks. And I've been doing it with Warhaven a bit, not too much because most of the maps it doesn't really matter, but if you do that correctly you can actually dominate in a tank, and we've got some impressive scores. Because me and Warhaven, we like to use tanks as soon as we get them, and we have really just completely destroyed enemies sometimes, just thanks to that combination. Of course, one of the people usually has to repair, but believe me, that can do a great difference to the battlefield. I mean, that's what I've experienced. If you have the right setup in a tank and a good driver that can estimate the height to shoot, it can definitely make a change on the battlefield if you use your setup correctly. Yeah, anyway, the game is winding down here. I'm sorry there wasn't too much action going on with the whole thing. I mean, you see, we're completely dominating these guys, and I wish they could have taken out this chopper here, but Blake sadly wasn't in my helicopter, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, that's basically it for today, so I'm out, man. See ya, guys.